What's up, everyone? Welcome to Compadres Talk. My name is Rich. I'm your co-host, along with Manchito and Vic. All right,
What's up?
guys.
What's up?
First
It's a
official virtual, or you guys did one
First
last week, right?
official.
But
yeah, it was
first
like a
official.
practice
We
run.
didn't do full episode, but uh,
Nah,
kind of tweaking it out and figuring things out. So
Uh,
it's all good. First of
a little
many, I'm sure. A
different. Yeah, a
little
little
different,
different,
yeah.
but it's cool at home,
so let's open up with what's our first topic today? Otani's
All
50-50
right,
club.
Mr.
Ohtani finally
Ohtani.
hitting that 50-50, one and only all by himself in the 50-50 club,
Let's go,
and
baby.
did it in grand fashion, guys. I mean, probably one of the best individual baseball games recorded in MLB history in the 200 odd year history of the Major League Baseball. Let me read you his stat line for this one game, okay? This is one game, okay? He was 6 for 6,
Okay,
one. 6 for 6 already is a crazy stat. He
that's
had three home
crazy.
runs, two doubles, one single. He almost had a triple, but he got caught at
Oh
third.
yeah, at
If he
third
would
I
have
saw
if
it.
he would have hit that triple, he would have hit for the
He would,
cycle on top of
yeah,
everything that he did in that one
which
game,
is
which is
rare.
insane, which
Yeah,
is
Which
unheard
is well,
of.
he would have been the first. Yeah.
He himself had 10 runs batted in, okay? He scored four
Wow.
runs and he had two stolen bases. I mean, I was
yeah, it was
watching
incredible.
I was watching Colin Cowherd, and even Colin Cowherd was like, you know, I said Otani last year I felt was better than Babe Ruth, and he's like,
hmm
and I was he goes, and I was wrong. He's significantly better than Babe Ruth.
Jesus. Well,
And
the
it's
Yeah,
big diff,
like,
dude.
yeah, the
It's
big difference
crazy,
is
man.
that Otani can pitch. I mean, did Babe Ruth pitch? Like, I mean, obviously not. I don't. Maybe he
he
pitched a
did.
game or two or something.
He
He
did
did,
pitch,
No,
but I
no,
don't know
he
how great.
pitched a couple years.
But I
but
don't
But
know
like,
Babe
how
Ruth
great of a
was,
pitcher he was. Was he
yeah.
that good of a
yeah,
pitcher
but
though,
even,
as a batter,
I
as a
mean,
hit?
well, first of all, you can't compare baseball in the 1920s versus
Yeah,
baseball in the
different era,
2020s.
different era.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
players are much better. The
and
skill
a lot
sets are
bigger now.
a lot better. So for
Yeah,
Otani to do this in modern day baseball, I feel is something that we're never going to see ever again.
yeah.
And the only
He
reason
in
I
our
feel,
lifetimes.
yeah, and the only reason I feel is that he was able to do the 50-50 was because he wasn't pitching this year. So I think
uh,
Otani himself, dude, mind you, he's like, baseball is his life, right? So he took it upon himself as a challenge that says, "Hey, I'm not going to pitch every 6 days this year. I'm going to
yeah.
go out and I'm going to try to get as many stolen bases. I'm going to try to hit
Yep.
as many home runs. So next year when he starts pitching, I don't see him stealing another 50 bases because
Yeah, it's gonna be a
he's more
little different.
susceptible to get hurt.
Yeah,
And if you have a starting pitcher that's stealing bases and getting, so I know
that's
the
just
Dodgers
prone
are
for
not going to let
injury.
him do that.
Yeah,
So this
I
was
mean,
his
but
that's
one
is
and
it
only
that.
is
chance.
it
So
is
this
it
is
really
only chance.
that is it really that risky to be stealing bases though? Like, I
Well,
mean,
Of
yeah, because
course,
you
yeah,
have to dive in,
of
right?
course it
You
is.
dive in, yeah,
well, that's
Yeah.
only if he's
I mean,
diving in head
mind
first. I
you,
mean, he could be
they've
I
sliding
mean, usually
analyzed
he's sliding, right? Yeah.
feet
they've
first.
analyzed Shohei's slide, and they said it is like textbook baseball slide, like
So as long as he's
textbook.
It's like
doing, as
technic.
long as he
It's a
continues
good.
to
They
have good
they
form,
they
then like,
measured they
what's
measured his, like, so the slide that he did for the Fierce 50th. He said
yeah,
Hmm.
if there's a way he didn't angle his foot,
yeah,
the ball would have beat him. But because the way
Really?
he angled
okay,
his foot, his foot hit the bag at a certain angle, so
yeah,
he was able to steal the base. Anybody else probably would have got out.
What he got
But
out?
just the way that he angled his
He's that
slide and
good.
his foot to the bag, like, this is like insane. Like,
yeah.
So
this is like
that's
He's
Peyton
a
crazy.
Manning on the baseball field, bro. Like, it's
he's
insane.
a perfectionist. Like
Oh yeah,
he's a
that's what
master of his
makes him
craft.
great, dude.
Yep.
Mister
What
Shohei.
a,
But he
what
Yeah,
also.
it's
about
amazing.
yeah? What were you gonna say,
What is
Rich?
it? No, I was gonna say he also did he also had that record of 3 home runs and 2 RBIs, right? He's the first MLB player to do that too. I think it
Three
was
home runs.
like yeah, it was the
In a
first
single
player in
game, you mean?
MLB
Yeah,
history. Yeah, in a single game, 3 home runs and
yeah, yeah.
three steal base, 2 steal bases. Yeah, but yeah, that's what were you gonna say, Frank? Though before I
Yeah.
interrupt.
So what about the fan that caught the ball, Vic? I know that you said there was
Ah,
a backstory. There was I saw. I mean, I think a lot of us
I
saw
saw the video.
Yeah, there's
the
like tons of
tussle.
footage
Yeah,
now.
fighting.
Yeah.
So they so obviously we all know it happened in Miami. They're playing against the Marlins that night, and uh, when the ball hit, he hit it. I believe it was oppo field, so it was left field, left center field almost. And
Hmm.
the initial guy that tried to catch the ball, he uh, he miscalculated it, and it came off his hand. And if you see the footage, the ball dips from like higher deck, and it goes
The
down.
higher deck to a lower
Yeah,
deck. Yeah.
yeah. So the guy that initially was on top didn't he miscalculated it and he went off his fingers, and then once it dipped
Yeah.
down into like there's like the area where it happened, it was like suites. So there was this young kid, he was wearing a red shirt, and then there was another guy wearing a black shirt. The kid
The
in the
right.
red shirt,
Yeah. Yeah.
he was a poor guy. It was his birthday, bro. It was his
Oh
that day was his birthday, and
no.
his dad took him to the game. They were like in
Yeah.
his company suite, whatever.
Oh,
So obviously he's all excited. He gets to see Shohei on his birthday, blah blah blah. And initially, when you see the footage, you see him he's like right in the middle of it, and you see him like put his arm in and get it, and then you
Hmm.
see this other guy in a black shirt
jump.
just come and like
Ch
get in there, dude. This guy's like
yeah, I
trying to
saw.
hold
But
on
you
to
know,
I
wait,
saw
his
he
hold
was
on,
in a
dad,
wait,
bro.
game.
hold on. Well, what's interesting to me about that part of the video is that kid in the red shirt is on the other side of like some sort of barrier.
It's like a table.
You,
It looks almost like a
it's like a,
table
Oh,
okay,
type of,
really?
so
yeah.
I thought it was like
he's
a
on
chair, like flipped. I don't know. It's
he's on
oh,
the
so it was like
opposite
a
side.
table.
Let's call it like a mini fence. He's on the opposite
Hmm.
side of that. The guy in the black shirt is
Jumps
on the
over.
right. He's on the right side of
Ah,
that fence, and he's on the floor. So
Right.
yeah,
to
that's what I
me,
saw.
how did that? To me, that's that the guy in the black shirt. How is it? How is he stealing it from the kid in the red shirt if he's on the right side of that little mini fence?
Apparently the kid had it. He had his hand in it first, supposedly.
So it was
When I
That
saw
was
over
his
on the other
backstory.
guy's.
That was his
Oh,
when I
backstory.
saw
And then this guy
when
comes
I
in
saw
and rips it out of his
that
hands.
when I saw that video, I feel like there was not clear possession of the ball for the kid in the red shirt. When I saw it, I was like, that kid. I don't think he had clear possession, and it was still a scuffle for it. And the guy in the black shirt, I think, he won the battle in the dog pile essentially. Like I get
yeah.
that
Yeah,
it's
I
a
mean
different.
that's
It's like
essentially what
a.
it was, right?
It's what it was.
Yeah,
Like
he
I
muscled
don't
it up.
buy. I don't buy the like sort of sad story that's like, oh, it's a kid and it was his birthday and the guy in the black shirt stole it from him. I mean, maybe that's true, but I don't buy it.
Hey, that's still a cool story, bro. It'd be like, hey,
Yeah, it is what
I
it is.
basically almost
Well,
had the ball. Not too many people can say
I
that.
mean the poor kid, I mean he was getting interviewed by people the next day and stuff, like from big news
Uh, also, he went
news
viral,
people
man.
and stuff.
So that
So
helped
he
him
kind
out.
of got
I
his,
don't know, dude. I mean, he could have easily. I mean, I'm not saying the kid was lying, but is he? I mean, who knows? Maybe that kid is just playing that end of the story so that we feel bad, and maybe there's
Bro,
like some sort of.
he's 18, dude. I don't think he's trying to make a big story out of it. I mean, you can
So he's not
clearly
gonna
see
get
what
the ball.
happened.
There's no legal case here, right? He's not. He can't sue the guy or
No,
anything.
Nah,
no,
that's just
he didn't
part of the
physically
game, dude.
like
You just
steal it out of his hands or anything like that. It's just part of baseball. Once it's in the stands,
different.
the ball is owned by the fans. Whatever happens, happens. That's just how it is.
Right. So the more important thing is how much do you think that ball is worth? I've
It's
heard
been
that.
estimated it's worth about half a million
Um,
dollars.
I'm
So I heard.
surprised. I'm surprised. I thought it would be worth more because
And the
I
Dodgers
heard.
the history.
offered the
Yep.
fan 300,000 on the
Three hundred
spot,
thousand. But then they
and
asked
they
the
said no.
Dodgers. The Dodgers didn't want to comment. They didn't confirm that. Is what I've heard.
It's been multiple reports, so I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah,
what it is. Yeah.
I believe
So,
it. I believe it. Yeah.
I think it'll be worth more eventually, but
So
that's
if
good.
you're the
yeah, I think
if
so
you
too.
if you guys are the if you're the one that caught the ball, what would be? I think this ball is different than other
I think
balls.
we
That it's different. Like I think
I
that
think it depends. It depends if you're a fan of the Dodgers versus
or
just
Shohei.
a normal fan of baseball.
like think of that one lady at Dodger Stadium who caught Otani's first Dodger home
First
run,
home run, yeah.
and
Yeah,
how there was a
that
little
whole
bit of
story
controversy. They were like kind of, they were forcing her to give it back,
to give
and
it back, and
she
she didn't
felt.
meet Otani supposedly, but she did, and yeah, whole
Well, it was
story.
after
Yeah,
the fact. After the fact, they
yeah,
then set up the
that
meeting with Otani and all that stuff.
they're like, okay, let's not look bad.
Uh, but I think with this ball, I mean, if you're talking about a $500,000 ball, like I don't know how many signed bats and jerseys are gonna really make up for that kind of dollar value. And if it was
Well, there
me,
was,
I don't
yeah.
know if I would just give it back like within that same day. I mean, I need to like figure out what I need to do. What's the best case scenario for like financially, right? Like, how do you guys feel about it?
I would give it
So
back,
there's
but a bunch of deals.
there's a lot of kind of logistics when it comes to that. So when it comes to baseball, okay, um, once you leave the stadium, if you don't
Hmm.
get that ball, and they're not, most places are not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
authenticate it right then and there. So if you leave, the ball kind of already somewhat loses
This
value
is Valley.
because anybody could switch a ball, anything can happen in between that time you catch it and you leave the
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
obviously baseball is going to take all that into consideration. So it's kind
The
of
ball
hard.
has to be
It's kind
authenticated.
of
It has
hard.
to be it
Yeah,
has to
So
be
how
but
would you
authenticated.
how are
become?
you
How
gonna
would it
authenticate?
become?
You would need to ask the Marlins to authenticate the ball. Now,
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying. How would?
after Shohei hit his 49th home run, they started marking the balls. So they mark
Oh,
these balls with some kind of marking
Hmm.
or QR code
mm.
or something on the balls,
Yeah.
so they can identify it at the
If it's
time that
Mm.
sound.
whoever catches the ball. So
I
that's
didn't
how
know
they
that.
Oh,
know. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they started
so
marking these
that's how.
balls. So
Oh,
if he comes and says, "Oh yeah, this is the ball," and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't have any of the markings that were on there. This is not the ball."
and the
Yeah.
So that's
QR.
how they would
Yeah.
know. So they
Wow.
do something. They do some kind of infrared, some kind of thing where like it's not so visible, but they know that it's
Yeah.
Visible.
there. Like if they put something, like
So
if they check it, they'll know, and that's
so
how
Yeah.
they
other
do it.
people won't try to do the same thing to it, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how
Wow,
they
So
would
what?
do it.
Okay.
that's
So
smart.
for you guys, if you guys got the ball, what do you want in return for the
I
ball?
I think we
So
talked about it last time, right?
I sent you this thing the other day
We
where the guy's like, "Oh, I want season tickets and
Yeah.
behind the dugout.
Yeah.
I will do
I
all
I
of it,
want
know.
dude. I will
I
do
want free
all of it, man,
parking. I
I think
want a signed
he
bat
said
by
half a
Mookie
million,
Betts,
for the
Freddie
rest of my
Freeman,
life.
half
All of
and a
them.
half a million
and
dollars."
$500,000. Jesus.
I mean, the Dodgers wouldn't go that far, but I think they would give them season tickets. You know,
I don't know.
I
That's
would.
hard, dude. I mean, they might.
You
I
don't
mean,
think?
who knows?
I'd be like, hey, just give me
Well,
season
well, look
tickets
at
and a
this.
signed bat and a
So
picture with
back
Shohei.
in the 70s, when when Hank Aaron broke the home run record, right? I think it was Roger Maris's home run record, and the person that caught the ball ended up being an employee for the
Hmm.
Braves.
Mm.
And after all these years, he didn't want to give the ball back, and he ended up getting fired by the Braves,
Oh,
allegedly
terrible.
for not giving the ball back and other things that occurred because of the incident. And
Hmm.
maybe like 20 years later, he ended up selling the ball for like millions of dollars. I don't know exactly how much, but it was like two
Wow,
million dollars or something like that because he kept it for all
damn.
these years. So I mean,
So it was worth it
if the guy keeps it till the end of maybe Shohei's career, say 10 years from now, that ball could be worth. I mean, it's going to be worth more
for
post
sure. Easily
retirement than it is right
millions.
now. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
so
yeah,
it could easily
But like
be $2 million.
who has the so who has I mean kind of so I was just sort of surprised that the Dodgers were offering, their own money, $300,000 for the ball. Like, is
maybe
it
Shohei wanted
is
it.
that
Who
yeah,
knows?
I mean, so they're
Or they
willing to
wanted
spend
it.
$300,000 for Ohtani. I mean, money well spent,
Bro,
but I'm
three
saying
hundred three
I was
hundred thousand dollars for the Dodgers is nothing, bro.
Yeah, dude. The
It's
way
well,
chump
they're
change,
signing
dude.
it's a lot of
this
money. It's a
summer,
lot of
Chump
money.
they're
change, dude.
I mean, but maybe does Otani also want it equally as much and say, "Oh, I'm going to throw in another 300,000 on top of my own money"? Like,
No,
I wonder how does that work?
Otani's a traditionalist when it comes to baseball. For him, he knows that once the ball hits the bat and it's out into the stands,
Yeah,
it's no longer
stands.
his
it's all
property. It's
it's
no longer
yeah,
property of anybody. That's like
Yeah,
a general rule. If the ball's in the
yeah.
stands, the
yeah,
ball is for the fans, and
Is
that's it.
for the fans.
There's no,
yeah.
that's just how it is. So the only
That's the
thing
way it
that
should
Shohei
be
owns,
too.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's baseball tradition. The only thing that
Yeah.
Shohei owns when he plays are his cleats, his gloves, and his bat. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
His
Yeah.
his helmet, his hat, his uniform is owned by the Dodgers. So if the
Yeah.
Dodgers want to give a signed jersey of Shohei's, that's on them. Shohei doesn't have that authority to say, "Oh, I can give you my jersey." No, he doesn't have that authority or anything else.
Mm.
Is that just
The
for
baseballs and
baseball?
everything, as far as
Because
I know,
I
it's
always
just
see
for
these football
baseball.
players and basketball players always swapping
Yeah,
jerseys.
it might be different. I mean, for
Uh,
baseball, that's what I heard, and other people have said that that's how just how it is.
oh,
So
all
the
right.
cleats, the gloves, and the bats are owned by the players. That's they personally buy those. They have their own uh types of equipment that they like and whatever. That's what they use. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
But
already told you, dude. I want to sign bat
yeah,
by the superstars of the team: Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts,
you would
Shohei.
get all of them.
I'll even add Will Smith in there. Yeah, I would get signed baseballs by the whole team. I would want a Shohei jersey. I would want a picture. Someone had mentioned that pictures are actually are starting to be worth a lot more than what they used to be.
Oh
So if
wow.
you have like a
Mm.
picture with like a Hall of Famer or like a current superstar in whatever sport, they're actually
Mm-hmm.
going to be worth a lot more money than what they are now.
Oh,
So
Nice.
it's
pictures
Okay.
a
are
good
actually worth a
it's a
lot
good
more.
investment.
Yeah.
So in that case, I would want to get a freaking picture with all of them.
Oh, for sure.
That's
I mean,
the
as many as I
picture.
could.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I would shoot for those season tickets. At least 5 years, dude. Give me 5 years, man. Oh,
A
that would be one. Something realistic, you know?
lifetime Dodger tickets, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know if they would fall for that. I'll be like, all right, but
All right. What else
so
we got? What else we got,
so what's
guys?
up with the Niners and Rams, dude? I don't know, man. I
Bang
feel like
bang,
there's a
bang
lot.
bang, baby. It's a
49ers.
home
There's
game,
a lot.
guys.
Hey, it's a home game for the Rams, but there's gonna be a lot of Niner
No,
fans.
no,
There's
no,
gonna
no,
be a
no,
lot
no,
of
no. Let's get that
gonna
straight,
be a
bro.
lot of Niner fans.
This is San Francisco South for us, bro. Come on, we all know that. Come on.
Well,
This-
we'll see, man. There's a lot of injuries on both sides, and actually, I think there might be a little bit more injuries on the
Well, yeah,
Niners side. But
we don't have Christian McCaffrey. We don't have George Kittle
yeah,
got ruled out during the week, and
Kittle.
Debo Samuel got ruled out.
Yeah, you guys
So
got
I'm
like
expecting a big
star
game from
players.
Brandon Ayuk. A couple
I
other
think he
guys.
should step
So
up.
he
Have you
has to.
seen
This is
Yeah,
that, Vic?
his breakout game.
yeah,
Vic, have you
What was
seen
that?
have you seen that meme of so Dodger fans in SoFi Stadium today will be chanting "Beat LA."
Beat LA.
Beat LA. Is that gonna be
uh,
you? Are you gonna do
Hell
that?
yeah. Hell yeah. I'll be watching it
Oh,
at 125.
bro,
You will
that's
never see
damn,
me
dude.
root for the Rams, bro.
you're gonna say
Hey,
beat
Oh
LA.
man.
hey, it's
That's
not my
horrible.
fault. It's not my fault that the NFL did not want to have a team when I grew up in LA growing up in the 90s. So
Well,
you
they're
know
here.
what?
So
They're
you
here
wouldn't.
It
now.
is what
They're
it
Hey,
here
is.
we did
now.
have one in the
The
'90s. We had
Rams
the
are here
Raiders for
now.
like we had them the Raiders for like what 3 years or 2 years something
Two,
like.
three
What
years.
was it? Two,
Yeah.
3 years, right?
Yeah.
Those were the original bad boys, dude. Yeah.
I didn't start watching football till like I was 8 years old, and that's when I got into it.
Mhm.
And it's
And
been like that ever
Yeah.
since.
8 years old, yeah, at 8 years old, you were a
Yeah,
Niner fan.
they were already got they had already gone back to Oakland, so
Bro,
yeah.
I have pictures of me in like OG Niner starter jackets and t-shirts. Like, I mean, I'm
Oh
loyal to the
man.
soil, man. Just because
That's
the Rams
fine, bro.
wanted to come in 2000, what is it, 2015 or whatever is when they came, or
Yeah.
16,
Dude,
whatever.
but I had already told Vic I was like I don't have a team. I was more of a player guy, but I said I told Vic all the time. I was like I don't
You
care
were a
what
Peyton
team
Manning guy,
comes.
right? You
Yeah,
were
I
like
was a
Peyton
Peyton
Manning,
Manning.
right?
Yeah,
That's what you were.
I always support him wherever he would go. But but after that, I was like, dude, whatever team comes to LA, I don't care if it's like the worst team ever. Like at that time, it was like the Jaguars or the Browns, and I was like, I'll support them, dude, as long as it's the first team, and it was the
So let me
Rams, and
ask you
then
this: why are you a Rams fan and not a Chargers fan?
because they came first, the Rams came first.
They came at the same
Chargers
time.
came.
They came
No,
at the same time. Yeah, they did.
no, they didn't, dude.
Yeah,
Let's look
Frank,
this up, dude.
didn't they come at
You
the
No,
gotta
same
look
time?
it up.
Look it up,
I,
dude. Look it up.
I don't want to get in the middle of this. I don't want to get in the middle of
look,
this, but I will.
let me look
But I
this
will.
up. All right, Frank, you tell me, dude. Because
I'm
like,
gonna look it
watch
up. When
when
did the
they
Rams
came a year later,
originally come to Los Angeles? So that was
Rams
in
and Chargers.
in 1946. 1946 for
Oh
the
No,
no,
Rams.
bro.
I'm
I'm
talking
saying when they
about
came to
recent.
LA, bro.
Yeah,
What?
When
when they
did the
moved back,
Chargers
dude.
come to LA? When did they
So
become the
It
LA
said it
two,
Chargers?
said that in
hey,
1946 the franchise moved to Los Angeles. Oh wait, the
in
Rams franchise.
2016, dude. But check this out. In
No, it says
2017,
1946. I'm looking at
nah,
Wikipedia right
dude,
now.
that was original. No, I'm talking about
That's what we're
like
talking
now.
about.
No, we're talking about in the
No, no,
2000s.
No, when did they?
no. Of all time.
We're
No, no,
talking
no,
about
no.
originally. We're talking
Yeah,
about originally, or we're talking about in the 2000s.
Rich wasn't born
bro.
when the Rams were in LA initially, originally. He
So
was not.
The
He,
chart.
neither of us were.
we're gonna cherry pick the stat, and we're gonna say after the post 2000s, right? Is what you guys
Yeah,
were
like
saying?
in 2000s, dude, like
You know,
2020.
that
In
doesn't
the
count. But all right.
we're talking about 2010s, dude. It was 2016 the Rams came, and then 2017 the Chargers came, dude. I remember, dude.
Okay, 1 year, all of a sudden. Okay,
Hey,
all right,
that's still they still came first. If the
When
all
Chargers would have
right.
is
came first, I would have
when
supported
is
them, dude.
when is McCaffrey coming back? Do you know? Is it like 4 or 5 weeks
Uh,
out?
they said like five, four. Well, he was out for 4 or 5 games now, so I think
Yeah.
they're keeping it at 5. And it's
Oh,
a
Yeah,
so it's
there's
like
been
tricky
Cooper
injury.
Cup, one
Yeah, Cooper
Cooper
Cup.
Cup
What's
and
Cooper Cup's
Puka.
injury?
I
What's
don't know, but I know Puka, like he got the
also
PCL, so it's like
yeah.
Puka's in
to
the
six
knee. Yeah.
weeks. Yeah,
There's been a
I
lot
don't
of
know
injuries
Cooper
to
Cup.
start the
I don't know
season.
exactly his injury. Yeah.
Even my starting running back in fantasy football, Pacheco, with
Oh,
the Chiefs, he's out
Yeah, that's
yeah,
six
I
to eight
saw
yeah,
that.
last
weeks.
week. Last week,
Yeah,
right?
he was my second round
Yeah,
running back, so that's gonna hurt. And I'm already, dude, I'm for the first
that was
time,
a
I'm
tough one.
actually I haven't won a game, so I'm 0-2 right now, going
Oh,
into week
really?
Oh
three.
no.
Yeah, and
I'm 1-1.
that's good, bro.
Yeah.
That's good. And
It's all right.
the guy I'm facing has the backup running back for San Francisco in his flex position.
Ooh.
Who's that guy's name?
JP.
Dude, so that guy has three starting running
JP
backs.
Mason,
Like
bro.
how am I gonna win the week? How am I gonna win week three? I don't know. It's gonna be tough, but
Yeah, and he's gonna run
yeah,
all over the Rams today, dude. Sorry,
fuck,
Rich.
I'm fucked.
Hey, it's all right, dude. I mean, I know the Niners are more in favor, you know. I know there's odds. Like I think I looked it up. It was like 62
But you know what?
percent, like more towards.
Regardless of the standings of, I mean, and the injuries, dude, when they play each other, bro, it's always a battle, dude. Always. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what
Oh,
point
they
of the
say
season it
it's supposed
is.
to be, yeah.
It's gonna be a good game. It's always gonna
Yeah.
be a
They
good
say it's
game.
supposed to be the best game to watch today. It's the best game to watch
Yeah,
today.
I,
So,
I believe it.
yeah. But hopefully we don't
All
get
right.
slaughtered like we did last week, dude. We got freaking
How about your
slaughtered.
Bears, Frankie? What's up with your Bears?
So we're 1-1, right? The first game we won. Second game was a tough matchup against. I'm not sure who did we lose to in week two. I forget who it was, but the main story was
They play the Brown. No, not the Browns. Right? I have
no,
to look that
it
up.
wasn't the Browns. No, but
They
anyway,
played the Texans. They played
the
Texans.
Texans. So the
There you go. The
Texans.
Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
That
So
was a
then
good game.
yeah, and the storyline afterwards was the Chicago Bears offensive line and
Chicago.
their inability to protect the quarterback and it's sad, right? Because I mean we saw that happening to Caleb at
Yeah.
USC, right?
USC.
And but at USC he didn't his that team didn't have a defense. Now with the Bears they actually have a good defense, but they're still missing that an optimal offensive line to protect him. So I don't know, man. Like it's I'm not sure how he can be successful with that offensive line if they're, I mean, are they going to have to wait a year? When they add pieces to the roster, or like I don't know how it gets any
Well,
better this year.
I think for Caleb, I think the biggest thing is for him to learn the NFL. I know it sounds like kind of like cliche, but the game itself, the game is much
Mm-hmm.
faster. The defenses are much better. So
Yeah.
like
Dude's a
he's
hit
going through it.
harder.
He's going those rookie struggles, like figuring out
Mm-hmm.
defenses. Like, dude, defenses are
He'll
complex
get
as
it.
hell in the NFL. So it takes time, you know. Like And it's like
Hmm.
going back to that clip that you sent me of the interview with Stephen A. Smith and Tom Brady, where Tom
Hmm.
Brady's like, it's like a travesty that these coaches are throwing these rookies in to play their first year. Like you're
Yep, I
setting them
remember
up for
that.
failure
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
you're not allowing them to develop. So, I mean, if you look back, like you look at Aaron Rodgers, you look at other quarterbacks, like it's very rare to have those quarterbacks that come play
I just
first
kill
year
it.
and just dominate
Okay.
or
Yeah.
have a breakout season like CJ Stroud. Like last year, like CJ Stroud, like you don't see
Oh,
that
he
happen
killed it,
very
dude.
often.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it
He's
just shows the
nice.
type of level of a player that he is, his understanding of the game. Like not
Yeah.
everybody's gonna have that. So
Hmm.
I think also like the organization you go to when you get drafted, obviously you have no decision in that, but I feel like coming into like I mean you talk about like your Jets, your
Yeah.
Browns, those type of teams. You know the Bears haven't had the greatest success when it comes to drafting quarterbacks.
So I think that makes
Um,
perfect. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I think any rookie quarterback in the NFL needs time to develop, and you can't expect anything great from them in year one. And what we
Yeah.
saw with C.J.
no,
Stroud getting the Rookie of the Year, was kind of
uh, it's like an
anomalous.
anomaly,
Like it
dude, in the
doesn't,
NFL.
yeah, an
Yeah.
anomaly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was another point I wanted to make. Oh, did you see that? What'd you make of the C.J. Stroud, Caleb post game sort
Oh,
of
talking.
yeah,
Uh,
where he kind of
yeah,
he
I
gave him
like
a
little
big
brother, big
brother,
brother,
like
yeah,
little
yeah.
yeah.
brother.
He's like, I'll be here for you.
I
I
mean,
thought that was a
kudos
nice thing to
kudos to
do.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Caleb didn't look
Shows his
very good
leadership.
in the exchange. But I get it. You know, you just
Yeah.
lost. It was a hard fought game. You know, getting kind of little brothered is not something you probably want to hear
Nobody
at
wants
Yeah.
the
that.
in that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think CJ Stroud was just trying to encourage him. You know, like, yo, this is
Yeah.
like you're gonna be great in this league one day. Like, keep doing what you're
Yeah.
doing. Kind of like, I get it. You know, and Caleb's a
But
competitor.
He
maybe,
We're
was
all
trying to
yeah.
competitors,
motivate
dude.
him, you know?
You know,
But
so I get it.
C.J.
You
Stroud,
know,
this is his second year, right? Second year.
Yeah,
yes,
second year.
yeah, it's his
Like he was
sophomore
talking to
season,
him
man.
like he's been in the league for 10, 15 years or something.
Nah, I mean,
No,
he
I
was
don't think
telling him how he
so.
knew his struggles. He's like, I know what it felt like, coming into the league,
Yeah,
Hmm.
the first season. It's, you're gonna have your up
I
and
think the
downs and all
media
that.
kind of portrayed it the way that you're explaining
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously that's what it's
It's
gonna
good
come off
clickbait.
as, right?
It's good clickbait.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. The media
Yeah.
wants to always freaking,
Stir the
they're
pot, right?
always, yeah,
yeah, dude.
exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Always, man.
They do it on
Always.
purpose, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Speaking of motivation and all that stuff,
yeah,
somebody put a quote, right? And
so I
there,
mean
you
we
guys,
like to have our mindfulness segment,
mindfulness.
in our recurring series on our podcast. And we like to bring in some, either quotes or insightful things that we come across throughout the week.
Yeah,
So the one that I came across this week was a clip from Gary V.
Gary V.
And Gary V.
I
And
like him, man. He's
I
nice.
feel like I've heard different variations of this quote. Like I don't think he's the original person to ever say this. But anyway, here it is. So in life, you find what you are looking for. If you're looking for negativity and pain, you will find it. If you're looking for joy and happiness, you will find it.
I agree 100% on that, dude.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely, man.
yeah, it's clean, it's straightforward, and I think, for example, it's career wise, right? If you want to be great, you continue to be like, hey, this is what I want to, I'm going to be the greatest PT or the greatest CEO, whatever. If you continue to think like that, you're going to do it, as long
Mm-hmm.
as everything's set right and you have those goals and achievements and, obviously you want to keep it realistic too. But, I think that mindset your mind is very powerful, right? If you think negative, of course, you're going to get negative results, it's just the way it
Absolutely.
is.
How about you, Vic?
Yeah, no, and like you mentioned, I think there's different variations to this quote.
Yeah.
It reminds me of I know this is going back a couple months, but they did like an interview with Suni Lee when she was doing one of her routines, and how
Mm,
she kind of talks to herself and says, "You're gonna land this. You're gonna do great. You're gonna perform." And I think
mm-hmm.
like those little things, you know, specific to her, like in those like high stress moments, you know, where you got to perform and you got to be at your best, right? I feel like um, you manifest. It's kind of the same concept of like manifesting things and like putting things in the universe, right?
Yeah.
So
No.
I'll use this podcast as an example where we've talked about it and we're like, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, we're gonna have
Yep.
fun, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then like to actually do
Mhm.
it, go through with it,
Hmm.
obviously.
Yeah.
Um, but that goes in like what Rich said, like with the whole like having a positive mindset. You know, your mind is like so powerful when it comes to your thoughts and your things like that. So you could easily like if you complain or if you stress out about all this different things, that's what your whole day is going to be consumed about. But
Yep.
if you look at it at a positive in a positive view, like, all right, I'm going to be productive today. I'm going to make sure I do this, blah blah blah,
Hmm.
whatever. And you know, 9 times out of 10, most likely you'll accomplish that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No,
this
I
goes
agree
in
with.
with everything in life, man. That's it.
Yep.
I
It
Yep.
covers
yeah.
everything.
I agree with what you guys are saying 100%. And for me, like the way I relate to it is kind of our exposure to media on a daily basis, right? Like, and it's funny, right? Because the algorithm will feed you the things that you
Oh yeah,
consume.
yeah,
So, and
I
you're kind
agree.
of stuck in that echo chamber. If it's a negative one, then you're stuck in that negative echo
dude.
chamber. If it's a positive
Not only
one,
that, your phone will hear what you're talking about to your wife,
oh
Oh
to
my
your
yeah.
God,
friends, to your
yeah,
Yeah,
coworkers.
dude, you pop out
Dude,
your
my
internet, your feed.
Nat's
Terrible.
been she's been on this whole P Diddy saga that's going on right
oh
now, right?
no,
So
don't.
I'm sure you're
I don't need
getting.
that in
Dude,
my feed. I
it
don't need
is
that in my
a
feed.
rabbit hole,
Stop.
bro. It is
I
such
don't
a
even want to
It's a
rabbit
get into
hole.
rabbit
that,
hole.
man.
So then,
Yeah,
we were like having dinner sometime this week, and we were like, she was like giving me all the insight and everything. And
yeah.
then like, you know, I'm going through my Instagram like at the end of the day, and I'm getting all these clips, bro, and like all
Oh
these
my
people, like, and
God.
I'm just like,
Bringing
Like
out
damn.
the
I
it,
mean,
oil,
it's
yeah,
been
I
in front
mean,
Justin
of your
dude,
eyes the
Bieber.
whole time. Look at these interviews from 20
Yeah,
years ago
dude,
where he
it's
was being
insane.
the
awkward
All
and
these
saying
old
songs,
interviews
things.
started coming up,
everything.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild,
It's
dude.
wild,
It's
man.
gonna
But
it's like gonna be like the trial of the century, bro. Like when it's all said and done.
oh yeah,
It's
I
a crazy
mean,
story, dude.
yeah. I've
if
been
it
seeing
gets to
some
that
funny
part,
videos too about it. But well, yeah, we
yeah,
shouldn't get into it, man. It's just
there's a lot of conspiracy there, and I mean that's a perfect example of something that's clickbait, but at the same
yeah,
time it's consuming a lot of people around the world
yeah,
because he's a
yeah.
Yeah.
celebrity and they want to know what really
And
went
it's easy
down.
to get into it, dude. Like to that
And
rabbit hole. It's
if you
easy.
Oh yeah, super
and
easy.
if you go on Twitter, it's uncensored, right? Like you see a lot of you hear and see a lot of things on there that you wouldn't see on Instagram
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Instagram is a little more, there's more
Reserved.
censorship
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Instagram and
yeah,
on Facebook and on all that other stuff.
right.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. And since we're talking about negativity or positivity and all that, and things that like well, how to stay motivated, right? I put in something like a question, right, where it says like, when your motivation slumps, what are your to go to habits that will help you get back on track? And I'll give you guys an example, right? I know some of us have had a rough week, and I had one rough day and this weekend, and I shouldn't even
Victor,
complain. I shouldn't
Victor
even
did.
complain too much, but I had one rough day, dude, and I was like, man, screw this. And I know
Hmm.
we're trying to become healthier. We're trying to exercise more, and that day I was supposed to exercise when I got home. So I went to the grocery store. I was like, screw this. I'm just gonna get some beer. I got some michelada mix and everything. And but when I got home, I was like, damn, maybe I should at least do something to earn
To
this beer.
offset
And
to offset
yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
I did like two sets
Balance
of
it out,
push-ups and
cancel
two
it
sets
out.
of squats, and just
There
to
you go.
not feel like 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 a
Yeah.
just like shit basically. um and yeah, man, I mean, it's easy, right, to feel unmotivated, and it doesn't even you don't even have to have a bad day, dude. You just you wake up. If your goal is to go to the gym, you could easily be like, nope, I'm gonna sleep in and not go work out. and that goes to anything, right? It doesn't have to
Right.
be exercising or anything like that. But that's just a quick example about how I was supposed to exercise and I didn't, and I went towards beer, and I did a little bit, just to earn the beer, but I don't think it was enough. I didn't exercise that day basically, so it's just, I think for me, just to stay motivated, I think I need to like have some other person, do with me, or I need to see it as soon as I wake up, or I need to do it like as soon as I wake up. If I don't do it as soon as I wake up, or, you know, because if I get home, dude, it's just hard for me to do stuff. But that's just me
Yeah, I think
personally.
that's all of us. Yeah, I'm the same way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you and I were supposed to, or the three of us were supposed to start this like weight, I don't
Challenge
know if
for
it's weight loss,
60
but this like
for
challenge, I
no,
guess.
just
workout
working
Yeah.
out,
program.
just working out.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
so I
90
know,
days.
yeah, consecutively, right? That's the goal, right? Consecutive 90 days.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
There's
Make
days
the
off.
program. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
rest
there's
days. I
days
think there's
off.
like two
Two
days
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
per
yeah.
week.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
90 days of, yeah, yeah, but yeah, with
Yeah.
some rest, of course.
of being
But
committed and
Yeah.
consistent.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it seems like a never-ending story, dude. Like
But I know for
it's
Vic it was different.
you got to do it.
Well, no,
I mean,
because
yeah, this was a
you had
crazy
a rough
week.
week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to go.
yeah.
I don't have to go into it,
Yeah,
but
you don't
it's
need to go into it, but
it was a lot. I mean, could I have still participated? Probably, but I kind of decided to just get through the
just go
week. That
more,
was my goal.
get through the week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
Yeah.
week,
So
but
next
it's
week.
I
all
guess
good.
my
It's all
question,
good,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I guess my question is, how do you guys stay motivated when you guys feel unmotivated, or like, you know,
It's difficult. It's tough. Like when I get in a slump or a rut, like from a workout perspective, like how do you get back on the wheel? I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of have to just force myself. And maybe one thing I do is
Yeah.
I notice that when I get too much into a routine, then that kind of brings me down, and I need to do something like outside of that routine. Like
Mm.
maybe it's going out on a Friday night with some with some guy friends and just going to a bar, blowing off some steam, something like that will kind of break the cycle of the repetitiveness day after day that at times can bring me down. So that's how I typically get out of it. Just kind of breaking the cycle and going out.
Okay, makes sense.
yeah. All right. Kind of rejuvenate yourself in a
Yeah.
way, a little bit. All
You got
right.
to go out there and be a lion.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Speaking about
Yeah.
going out there being a lion, I know you put your
Nice
this has
segue,
nothing to,
bro.
I'm not gonna put you
Which one are you
uh,
talking?
the penguin, bro.
The
There you
penguin.
go.
Going out
Yeah,
there
that's what he's talking about.
taking over Gotham, bro. You thought I was gonna go somewhere else, huh? You
I
think
don't
I
know
was
where
gonna
you were
put
gonna
you under the
go.
burner? I was like,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know where
gonna
you were
say
gonna
a
go.
little. I'm gonna put this guy under the burner. I'm gonna
Oh
put him
man.
under the
Yeah.
bus real quick.
Jesus.
No,
Jesus.
no, I was talking about, the Penguin, man, the Penguin series, taking
Yeah.
over Gotham and
So that's
going
another thing
after.
that we like to do on this show is talk about, either movies or shows that we recently started to watch. One series that I really want to recommend is The Penguin on HBO Max. Tanya and I started it on Friday, and
That's
man,
Colin
it was
Farrell,
an
right? Colin Farrell, right?
Colin Farrell. Yeah,
Yeah,
Colin
he's a
Okay.
Farrell
great
is the
art
Dude,
Penguin,
actor.
dude.
I heard it takes him
Great
like
actor.
5 hours to like do the makeup for the penguin, bro, which is
Wow,
insane.
Oh, I bet.
dude.
Yeah,
He
the
looks a lot
process for
heavier
sure.
too in there. A lot
Well, it's all
Yeah,
heavier.
prosthetics
they're
and makeup and all that.
Yeah,
prosthetics.
So
yeah.
It's get.
Uh,
I mean, that show is getting really good reviews, and after seeing the first episode, I mean, I have to agree because I feel like it's kind of weird to say like they're humanizing a criminal in a sense, but I think
right.
what you're seeing is more of like the background story of the penguin, and like
Okay.
you're looking at his character development beyond just the surface level of what you would think a criminal
yeah,
is, right? Like automatically you're saying this guy's bad and case closed. Like I don't want to, where's Batman to come save the day? In this
yeah.
one, I don't even think Batman appears. It's just straight up the Penguin story and like his rise to the top, essentially.
Right.
Um, and man, it's great. I really recommend it. I know that my last recommendation, Vic, of of that one movie.
Oh man, that was
You didn't agree?
terrible. I heard.
Oh wait,
What
Rich,
was
did
it
you go
called?
see it though?
What,
Rich,
I didn't
you
watch it,
didn't?
but as
Okay,
soon as
what
I
was it
heard, I
called?
was like, yeah, I'm not gonna
Inevitable
watch it.
or what was it called? Invincible
Inevitable fool. You
or
don't even remember? It was called
Inevitable?
Immaculate. Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh man.
Immaculate. All right. But anyway,
It
this
was
one's gonna make
it
up
was
for
the
it because I'm big
yeah.
on that kind of stuff when it comes to recommending movies and shows. Like it has to be good. So I had to make up
All
for it. So
right.
Vic, please go watch The Penguin.
Because Immaculate was immaculately bad, so I don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But we'll
fine.
see.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
But talking about the Penguin and how they're humanizing like the villains of Gotham and stuff. I feel
The
like
Gotham.
when they came out with the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix,
Mm,
I felt
Oh
like
yep.
they kind of were doing the same thing. It was
yeah.
literally the backstory of how he became the
Of
Joker
how he became. I
and
think that's
why
good.
yeah, which is kind of
He became the
interesting.
way
Like
he.
these directors are taking that type of like movie and
Yeah.
turning it into what it is.
Yeah.
And the
Hmm.
new one's
Yeah.
coming out, I think next month. The new Joker movie with Lady Gaga, she's in it now. She's like the
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
La Lady Gaga is a great
So yeah,
actress, man. Yeah.
she
Apparently
is. Yeah, very
that
underrated.
sequel
Very underrated.
Yeah. She's great, man.
apparently that sequel got a standing ovation, a 14 or 16 minute standing ovation at the premiere.
Wow.
I don't know if it. Yeah. I
Really?
don't. Yeah. Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe
Huh.
it's good. I
Yeah.
Well,
haven't.
did you guys see
It.
the first Joker movie? Did you guys see that one?
I like the
Oh
first
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good, dude.
That
It
was
was
It was
very
good.
good.
really
That was
good.
good. Yeah. But the one with Joaquin, that one was good too. It was pretty de depressing, dude, but it was a good one though.
Yeah. It was dark. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see. What do you
So,
say the penguin?
oh no, go ahead.
Huh?
Oh,
What
go
do you
I was
ahead,
say?
go
gonna
ahead.
say. I was just gonna say Colin. What's his name? Colin
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 Farrell.
Farrell.
Farrell,
Yeah.
What do you say? He's a better penguin than what was his
Danny
name?
DeVito,
The dude from the 90s. Danny DeVito. I was like, I'm
Danny
blanking out his
DeVito.
name. Danny DeVito. What do you
That's
It's
say
hard
hard.
to
he's a
Danny
better?
say.
DeVito was the
It's hard to
Because
Penguin,
say,
he,
dude.
dude.
yeah, he played a big, nice role as a penguin.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I honestly, I don't even remember Danny DeVito's Penguin. Like, it'd be hard for me to
Dude,
compare
I
or
mean,
compare the two.
You
he's a
don't
perfect
remember
penguin,
Batman
bro. He's
Returns?
short.
What year was
It was
that?
like
It's the 90s,
1990,
dude. 90,
1991, maybe.
1990, yeah,
Batman,
I
anywhere from
was,
Batman,
1992.
Batman
I
came
was
out
Batman
in
3 years
Returns.
old.
'89, and then I think,
I don't.
yeah, but we've all seen that
Yeah, I think it's
movie.
called
That was
Batman
with
Returns. I'm pretty sure.
Michelle Pfeiffer played
I have
Catwoman.
a, I have a
It was in the
feeling
90s,
that
early
I have a
90s.
feeling this modern version of the Penguin is going to be better, if I had to
Yeah.
guess. But I mean, you guys will
Mm.
only know if you actually go see
I
that
haven't
first
watched it yet,
episode.
but I'll watch. Definitely want to watch it. That's on my list. All
We'll see.
right. Who
We'll
else
try to
has
catch it on.
who
So
else
I
has a good recommendation?
Nat and I started watching the monster series, the Lie on Eric Menendez story on Netflix.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the
Yeah,
Menendez
the whole
brothers,
story.
the late '80s, early
The ones
'90s,
the
how
ones that
they
killed
killed their
their
parents
parents.
and stuff that, yeah. So it's
That's
insane.
crazy.
These guys were actually, I think they were, I mean, they were born and raised in LA.
Uh,
They grew up in what, in like Calabasas area, I think. I don't
Beverly
know,
Hmm.
like
Hills, I
the
think,
valley.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
Beverly Hills, like they grew up
yeah.
in Calabasas, like that area. Well, actually, no, you're right. Actually, it
Mm.
was Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly
But
Hills.
the story is like crazy, dude. I didn't really,
Yeah,
I knew like just the very basic story, but it kind of goes in more in depth of like why they decided to kill their parents and
yeah,
how they did it. And like right now, I'm in the second episode where the detectives are kind of trying to, they have no leads whatsoever and they're trying to figure it out. And then I don't want to spoil it, but there's an
yeah.
incident
Don't
that
don't
happened
ruin it
where,
too much.
yeah, there's an incident that happened that right now could potentially like is how the case got broken open and how they ended up eventually
Mm,
getting caught and charged for the
Hmm.
murders. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I would highly recommend it. I give my stamp of approval. Guarantee you will like it. Not like
Uh,
my boy over
Not
here
Frank
who's
approval,
just
right? Not Frank
throwing. No,
approval.
not a Frank approval. So anybody watching, I
Uh,
guarantee you will like it. I think it's like number two on Netflix right now.
Yeah, it's funny
Uh,
that you mentioned that because we were gonna watch it Thursday night, Mariela and I, and we were like, should we watch it? And it was already kind of late. We're like, let's just save it for the weekend. But fortunately, we don't
yeah,
watch that. Uh, we watch something else. But what were
the
you saying?
actors are not they're not like Sydney Sweeney. They're like real actors.
Oh my gosh.
So
Hey, man.
and
That's fucked up.
and
Well, let me just say,
no,
Sydney Sweeney
no
is not
shade on
known for
Sydney
her
Sweeney.
acting.
She's
She's
good.
known for
Yeah,
something else.
she's
She's known for her
yeah. So
beauty, according to her.
exactly why. So this series, especially the actors that play the Menendez brothers are amazing actors.
They're
They're
good.
like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
All
really
right.
good. They
All right.
definitely
I got it.
portray them like pretty well.
Yeah.
Even so Javier Bardem, I'm sure you guys are familiar with him.
Yeah,
Um, he plays the dad, but he's not in too many scenes, obviously. But
Hmm.
yeah, definitely
It's
highly
a good
recommend
one.
it. You guys should
All
take
right.
a watch.
Well, might start that tonight then. We'll see. I watched
yeah.
yeah. No, I was gonna
Which
say
one?
what I watched this weekend. What were we gonna say?
No, go for it,
Rick?
Rich. What were you gonna say?
I ended up watching The Whale. I know that came out what, 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, the
Do
Brendan
you
Fraser
guys?
movie.
Yeah,
No,
such a great movie, man.
Mm,
yeah, I
Did you
should.
guys ever watch it?
I
No,
didn't.
I never,
It looks
Dude,
good
never.
though. It
I
looks
know
the
he
good.
won an
I
Oscar
mean,
for it, right?
he won two Oscars for it, dude.
No, but
Two
Brendan Fraser
Oscars,
won
man.
Best Actor,
Oh
right, for
yeah, he
that
won an
movie.
Oscar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's oh man, it's really good movie, man. Highly recommend it, dude. Um,
For
yeah,
sure.
that's just a great movie. It's a little depressing too. I don't know what's me watching depressing movies or, but it's a great movie. It's a great storyline.
Do you know for his role in that movie, did he have to like change his physical appearance? Because he looks really very
Uh,
different.
no, I
No?
think that was all.
Oh,
That was all.
just
It
like
was fake. I mean,
normal.
he
Yeah,
did
it was like,
obviously
yeah.
he
He
has
did
gained
gain weight though. He did
some
gain weight for
weight,
the movie.
Yeah,
but obviously he's not like what he used to look like in The Mummy or
yeah.
George of the Jungle. But
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 yeah,
there's no
fucking
obviously
connection
that's
there, right?
Encino Man,
Like he
bro.
didn't
Encino Man.
he didn't gain that weight to like look like a whale. Like there's no whale connection to the weight, is there?
No,
No, you'll
it's like
see
a
why it's called a
hyperbole,
whale.
bro.
There's a yeah, it's he's
It's like
like,
I'm
oh,
a
so
He
he's
had,
whale.
he
called a
had not
whale
seen
because
the
he's
I'm
a
a
movie.
big
whale.
dude.
I'm a whale.
Oh man,
I'm
no,
fucked
it's
up. All right, you know what?
there's
Sorry, forget about it. Just forget it. All right,
there's a
so
reason why it's called a whale. You'll see you'll see
I
why.
just want, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you'll see.
All right, so moving on. I know we're running
Uh,
out of some time here,
Yeah,
but
let's
our next topic
let's go. Let's
here,
go. Let's
let's
keep
try to
going.
do
the
these rapid fire style.
did you get?
Let's
Well,
do
calm
rapid
down.
fires.
Did you guys hear about the Italian artist who sold an invisible sculpture for $18,000, providing the
Oh,
buyer with a certificate of authenticity to confirm
that's
its
just
existence?
crazy. Why would somebody buy that, dude? Why?
That
Dude,
is
that sounds
one of
And
the
for that
dumbest things
much,
I've ever heard.
that's
it's like,
terrible,
bro,
bro.
you have to be like
But it's art,
balling.
right? It's art, right? Eighteen
Yeah,
thousand
it's art is whatever you wanted
from a
it to be, right?
it was basically
That
18,000 for an
buyer,
acrylic box,
dude,
dude.
that buyer got scammed, bro. That's bullshit. Like, why would you? That's just terrible.
But
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 Yeah,
you are right though, Vic. It is art, bro, and art is whatever you want it to
are
be.
you
It's
serious?
true. It's
Are you
true.
serious?
There's a
No,
clay to it.
no,
There,
no.
but would I
Oh
buy
my
it personally?
God.
Hell no, I would not buy it. I would not buy it at all. Not even $20, dude. It's just
Yeah.
that's
stupid,
just
but it is what
the
it is.
Wow.
thought process of this person that bid on this art. Like,
Yeah.
what are you like? I wonder what everybody else was thinking. That was it like at an auction or something, or was it like I have no idea what it was exactly. But
I
just
don't
think
know.
of
I
like
don't
people
know
that
too
are
much
like
about it.
they're say the presenter is presenting, oh, here's an invisible sculpture by artist so and so, and you're like, okay, like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah, it
oh,
says right
it's
here that, wait,
beautiful.
no, it says here, the air quotes, lucky buyer went home with a certificate of authenticity
The
and
lucky buyer.
a set of instructions that it must be exhibited in a private house in a roughly 5 by 5 foot space free of obstruction. But I'll include pictures of this thing, and to me,
Yeah,
dude,
dude, it's
it's a
just
scam. That's a scam. Like I don't know how
That's
anybody would be
hilarious,
convinced to
dude.
buy that.
that's just
Yeah.
crazy, man. Uh, I guess
Wow.
moving
What
on.
about Rich?
Huh?
Go for it,
Moving
Rich.
Let's
on to let's move
let's
on to a
review
little bit of boxing.
Oscar's Clapback Thursday.
Yeah,
What did you think?
clapbacks. I love watching his clapbacks, man. They're hilarious. If you take it too serious, it's just, you just, uh, um, they're just hilarious, man. He talks a lot of crap, and I think one of the big highlights for him was boxing, right? And he compared it to the UFC, Noche,
Yeah,
the UFC, um, and according to Google, I had to look this up. UFC sold 1,000 tickets more than than the Canelo fight, versus Berlanga. But
yeah, I
but
believe it.
Oscar Loya is just talking crap about that, how the whole Canelo fight and Berlanga couldn't sell. They closed out a section with curtains stuff, but I don't know how
Was
true
it?
that is. I mean,
Yeah. Was the fight entertaining? The Canelo fight? You watched it, right?
I thought it was a better fight
Maybe
than
for
I
like
thought it was
maybe
gonna
like
be.
5 rounds, maybe 5 rounds. It was entertaining. Maybe I would say,
A little bit more.
give or
I'm
take.
surprised. I thought the first the first two, it is what it is. But as soon as the third round hit, I started getting good, and yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be a knockout within the
Hmm.
eighth or seventh or even 10th round, but um, Berlanga was able to, hold up to the 12th round, and I thought it was a good fight personally.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
I mean, I
the post
yeah.
fight. Berlanga was like saying thank you to Canelo for, I guess,
Yeah,
making him money,
he's just
right?
a fan. Pretty
Hell
much,
yeah!
dude. He's just a big fan of him. It's weird though. I have never, and Oscar mentions that I have never seen somebody be, I guess, in a way happy. Like he was just proud that he survived, I guess.
Yeah,
And I mean, I mean, obviously, did he get paid? Yes, he got paid, but I think
Big time pay.
I had never seen a fighter be that happy after a loss.
to
But
lose, to lose.
it was just kind of weird, dude. I was like, I was thrown off,
Well,
but
they
Oscar talks
interviewed
about
Canelo. One of the questions they asked Canelo after the fight is, "What did you think of Berlanga's power?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"I felt like my son hits harder than Berlanga." And his
Nah,
son's
that's
like
fucked
8 years
up.
old, bro.
Oh,
That's come on.
I
oh
was like,
man.
man,
You
but
didn't have
dude,
to say. You
Canelo's
didn't
got
have
a
to say
chin though,
that.
dude. Canelo's got a chin though,
Yeah.
dude, without a
No,
You know
yeah.
doubt.
that's not true. You know that's
No.
not true though. Why is he talking
What?
shit like that? That's fucked up.
I know,
Why would?
but
He's
you're
trying
on
to.
the
He
victory
was just trying to
stand.
be
You're gonna say
funny.
whatever you
Yeah.
want, dude. You're gonna say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I
Nah, but
guess.
it
I
was
mean,
just.
hopefully, yeah.
And that, I think in that same clapback, I think even Oscar was saying how he feels he's more Puerto Rican than Berlanga.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like, I
because he
live.
lived
He
in
goes,
Puerto Rico.
I lived there for 6 years. I live in New York for six
Yeah.
years, and I'm more Puerto Rican than you are. And I'm like,
No,
here we go,
he
just
lived in
talking
New York.
nonsense, dude.
I know, right? He lived in Puerto Rico too, dude. He lived
Oh,
in
he
Puerto
did?
Rico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. Have you watched the HBO series? Have you guys seen it? The story behind
Nah,
him?
dude.
I know Vic, it was on your bucket
Berlanga?
list, but
Berlanga, you
no,
mean?
the Oscar Loya, the Golden Boy, the
Okay,
documentary.
okay.
Yeah, he
I
talks
might have
about how he
missed
lived
that.
in.
I don't remember that yet.
That's that's why he says he's more Puerto Rican too, because he lived in Puerto Rico actually. So
Okay.
that's why he's always saying he's like I'm more Puerto Rican. I actually lived in Puerto Rico, and but yeah, but let's talk about some
Oh,
other
okay.
boxing that
So,
fight.
did you guys hear about the panda dogs in a China zoo in a zoo in China? Did you guys hear
Yeah.
about this? So, the name of the zoo in China is the Shanwei Zoo, and they admitted that they painted dogs white and black to make them look like pandas.
They
The
painted Chow
zoo
That
initially
Chows.
was that
they
was
initially
hilarious, man.
tried claiming that the dogs were a unique breed of pandas called panda dogs. It was later discovered that the pandas were chow chows who were dyed with white and black paint.
It's so obvious,
And
man. You see that video? The tongue is out,
Bro,
the
it's so
tail.
hilarious. In the video, there's
dude,
a Chow Chow that's like sitting down and his tongue is like sticking out and
It's
he's like
out. It's too
panting like a
obvious.
dog and you're like, what
dude,
the hell is going
You're like,
on? Like,
yeah, this is
how
definitely
did they
a
even
dog.
think that this was actually people were not going to realize what was
Gonna
going
work.
on? Like,
yeah,
I give him credit for thinking about it,
dude.
but that was not gonna fly, dude.
that's hilarious.
At least,
That's thinking
at least
outside the
cut off the
box, bro.
tail. You
Fuck,
should have cut
bro.
off the tail or something, dude. I mean, to leave the tail on, come on, man. Cut off that tail at least, dude.
Uh,
But that's just crazy, dude. Um,
yeah.
oh, I was gonna talk about some other boxing before we moved on, but I don't know if you guys saw or you guys some of the fights. The I know we were talking about Anthony Joshua and
Anthony Joshua,
Daniel.
yeah.
Do me a favor, Vic. I don't want to say
Dubois,
his last name
Dubois,
because Dubois.
Dubois, Dubois.
How he knocked out Anthony Joshua 3 times, man. It was probably more, but I saw 3 times. It was just crazy, man. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's time for Anthony Joshua to retire, man. He put on a show
that's
for
what a lot of people are
quite some
saying.
time. Yeah,
He's been
but
through some wars, man. He's been through
yeah,
some
man.
wars, so
I think it's time, man. Ever since Ortiz, got him, I think he's never been the same, man. I don't know. That's just me personally, but uh, there's another good fight that happened. Jaime Munguia. It happened on
yeah,
Friday
yeah,
night versus that
yeah,
Armenian
yeah.
dude, Eric Banzinian.
He was
He's
undefeated,
Canadian, but
right?
he's
He's
from
undefeated, right?
yeah,
He's undefeated
yeah,
or was undefeated.
yeah, yeah. He was good, man. It was a good fight. But Jaime, of course, knocked him out in the 10th round, and I think it shows that he was just motivated. He was ready to prove a point, after the Canelo fight because he took the loss in Cinco de Mayo, so
Yeah,
uh, weekend and. But yeah, Jaime Munguia looked strong, man. He was calling out Caleb Plant and Berlanga, but I think Caleb Plant would be a good fight versus Jaime Munguia. So yeah, man.
yeah. Caleb, I think Caleb Plant fought in that undercard for the Canelo fight, right?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't see that fight. I wish I could have. I was at a party, and the only fight I was able to
Yeah,
see was
he
the
was
main
actually
event.
wearing custom Kobe girl dad shoes. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
saw.
really? Oh, no,
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I didn't see
No.
that.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
I'll send it
Damn.
to you guys. When I saw it, I was like, damn, those
Yeah,
are
send it
dope.
to us. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
those are
cool.
dope.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I heard it was a really good fight. My dad saw it and we were talking about it. My dad's like, dude, it was probably the best fight. He's like, it was the best fight of that whole night. And yeah,
Oh wow.
because the other dude knocked him out once in the first couple rounds, in the first rounds, and then Caleb Plant just devoured him after that. And yeah, I heard it was a good fight though. But I want to watch it. I saw some highlights, but not too much. So yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's about it. That's all I got for boxing. I don't know.
What's our last topic? I know we got one more to close this out, right?
Last one, dude. Let's talk about you know let's talk about the first day
The
of
cold
autumn.
breeze, the cold chill in the air, the
The
autumn
first day of
wind.
autumn. Yeah. Yeah. Officially summer's over, dude. Summer's
You know
over,
how
as
I know it's officially fall season?
how,
When pumpkin spice lattes get announced at Starbucks.
bro.
That's how I know.
That was already announced that was already announced like almost a month, dude.
So
But that's a
to
good one.
me, that was the start. I was like,
That
oh,
was a
here we
start.
go, here we go.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
These guys are just
Yeah,
starting it earlier and earlier, dude. It started
What
like the
is the
first week of
craze?
August.
This
It's
craze with
crazy.
pumpkin spice, bro. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
It's
I
ever
don't know,
tried
man.
it.
not very
Girls go
good.
crazy. Girls go crazy for it. I know my wife is all about the pumpkin spice drinks and, all these goodies. I mean, I had to go to Trader Joe's and look for all this pumpkin spice stuff this week, and it's crazy, man, how all these stores, especially like Trader Joe's, they have like the whole calendar of pumpkin spice
Mm.
Oh yeah,
ingredients and
I believe it.
spices, peanut butter. I mean, freaking you name it, ice cream, all of it, dude. Bread, it's just
Maybe we need to
wow.
go try one to understand the craze and understand why
Maybe,
people
Maybe,
dude.
you
I
do
know
it.
what?
mean,
I don't know.
Maybe we should do that as an assignment.
yeah.
Do you guys
Go
Yeah,
out to
drink any
Trader
of the
Joe's and try
Starbucks,
something.
like the Starbucks pumpkin spice, like the specialty drinks or whatever? Have you guys
Yeah,
ever tried any of it?
I like those.
no.
Personally, I like them. I'm a big fan of those. Mariela got me into those, and yeah, those are good. But
I mean,
I don't know.
I will say that October is my favorite month of the year. Um,
Yeah.
mainly
It's a good
mainly
time.
because you know Halloween and just kind of the change in the weather.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys have any idea what you are you guys going to dress up at all this year? Have you guys thought of what costume
Yeah.
you
Uh,
might pick?
Yeah.
we're
I
we're
do.
not dressing up this year. We have in the last couple years. Bonnie's already got her Halloween costume. Um,
What's she
so
gonna
she's
be?
set.
Or
She's gonna be Princess Red from the Descendants saga,
mm,
the Disney saga.
Mm.
She's
all
like
Mm-hmm.
right.
really into it. She's into like all the songs. So they did like three movies. They've done like three movies. So yeah, so she's already, and it's like the cutest thing though.
Nice.
It's hilarious. So
That's cool, man.
we originally were gonna
That's awesome.
be characters from Inside Out, but then she changed her mind, and that would have been like a
Yeah.
family costume thing. But I'm good with
Yeah.
it because I've spent enough money on costumes I'm only gonna wear once in the last 4 years, so we're good.
There you
I don't
go.
need more money.
Uh,
And I'm
what
just gonna
about
enjoy
you?
taking her trick or treating, bro, and that's it.
There you go, man. What about you, Frank? Are you
Nice.
guys have a theme or?
Yeah, you know what? I think my wife was showing me a picture of grapes. Like it's like basically like a bunch of balloons that are like put together. So she might be like a bunch of grapes,
All right.
and
All right.
so
All
like
right.
that's kind of
Bunch of
maybe that's
grapes.
just like a
That's
It's like a do it yourself costume or what?
it's a
yeah, yeah.
DIY costume, bro.
So
DIY.
she's probably gonna wear that, and then for my girls, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. We're still thinking through like what they're gonna be dressed as, and then for me, I always struggle every year with it. Like I always go back and forth, and then like I go to like you know the Halloween costume stores, and I'll look at what they have, but I never really find something that I like. So I mean, hopefully this year I can find something that I really like and roll with it. But as of now,
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know. Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you, Rich?
I well, I know for sure our theme at work is gonna be Beetlejuice because I'm a big fan of Beetlejuice, dude.
Oh, nice.
So
Mm,
Have you
so
seen the new
that's I
movie,
think
bro?
that's gonna. No, I want to see it. I heard it's a great movie. I'm surprised because the original one, I was like, I don't think they'll be able to beat the first one, but I mean, everybody's saying it's great, and I'm actually gonna go check out this Beetlejuice experience somewhere in
where's
LA
that?
next
Oh
week.
yeah, I heard
Next
about
week,
that. Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna go Sunday with my sister-in-law and just my wife, the three of us, and we're big Tim Burton fans, and I'll obviously Beetlejuice.
Nice.
So I don't know exactly where in LA, but I heard it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be it's pretty cool. So we're gonna do that. But that's on my list. I definitely want to watch Beetlejuice. It's Beetlejuice, right? That's the name of the movie, right?
I don't know.
Beetlejuice
I don't know. It's like
AD
repeat it,
2024 or something like that.
something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I that's the theme. That's what I'm gonna be here at work. I did want to dress up like Beetlejuice. I want my family to be Beetlejuice this week,
Mm-hmm.
this year. I told Mariela last night, I was like, we should dress up Capri like Beetlejuice, like the actual Beetlejuice. She's like, no. I'm like, dude, that would be
That's a
funny,
lot of
dude, if
work.
she was
That's a lot of
Beetlejuice.
work, though, bro.
I was like, man, I don't think she'll let us paint her face completely to that level, but I thought it'd be cute, but I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see, dude. I just hope we get this outfit situation straight like soon, because last year we were down to like the last 3 days before we
Oh
finally
my
picked her
God,
outfit. So I
dude.
don't want to do that again. It's just I
Yeah,
hate
same.
that.
Well,
So
I mean,
hopefully we plan ahead of time.
Amazon makes it easy because I mean, you could get it like I don't know 2 or 3 days
Yeah.
before
Not the last two
potentially.
weeks,
So
dude. The
oh,
last
it
two
gets
weeks are
tough.
always hard,
Yeah.
dude. They're always like, oh, delayed,
Yeah, because everybody
possible.
else is
It's
doing it
just
too. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah. So
yeah.
it's hard, but yeah, I agree. Amazon's easy. Click away and it's there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do this year. I'm just excited. I don't know. I usually have a tradition. I usually do a couple things. I know we're getting close to the timeline, but I'll just say it real quick. Usually for Halloween, what I do, like the week of, I usually watch like Hocus Pocus, and I like watching the Halloween like series.
Nice.
I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of
Mm-hmm.
that. So Michael Myers. That's usually what I do with Mariela, and hopefully Capri will, you know, get into that with us too soon as well. But that's usually our thing. Hocus Pocus and the Halloween, and I usually try to sneak in Beetlejuice in there, but it doesn't always happen every year. So we'll see, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes this year, guys. Hopefully, we get some good costumes for our family. So,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
excited to see Frank's DIY.
yeah, dude, the
I'm not gonna
grapes.
be. I'm not gonna be grapes. I won't be grapes. I don't know what I'll be.
Should be
Maybe
you should
maybe
be
you
a
could be the
whale, bro.
wine. Maybe you could be
I'm
the
gonna be a
wine
whale.
bottle, and she'll be the
Should be
grapes.
a whale, bro.
I'm gonna be a whale.
Oh, the wine. Yeah, there you go. Be the wine, bro.
Hey,
There
how
you go.
about
Uh,
you could be like a wine box. Easy. Just get all your Amazon boxes
oh, there
together,
you
make a
go.
Honestly
Just
though,
box,
put it
I don't
put
want
some
together,
to.
bro.
put
I don't want
wine,
to
boom.
DIY. I don't want to
Call it
DIY.
the
I
Frank
want to buy
Winery.
one. I want to buy one. I don't want to do DIY.
All
But
Come on, bro. Use
right,
your
then.
hands. Use your hands, bro. Use your hands.
oh my god.
Oh man. Guys, this
Hey,
is it,
close
huh?
this out, brother. Close
Let's
this
close
out.
it
All right,
out.
so that concludes this episode of Compadres Talk. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. Compadres out. Go Niners!
Peace.
Peace. Hey, go
Later.
Reds, baby.
Go Bears. Go Bears.
Oh.
Later.